Hello, I'm Dr. Vail Garvin, President and CEO of the Central Bucks Chamber of Commerce, and we are chatting, chamber chat, on the street with Lou Kassa from the Bucks County Biotechnology Center. Lou is the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of this great center. Talk to us, Lou. I drove up and I saw all the building that's going on here.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yeah, this is just a great opportunity. It's one of the most significant construction projects going on in Bucks County right now. It's going to create, another 100 or 200 jobs, and it's much needed for our facility here because we've been at full capacity for 7 years.
All right, what kind of jobs are you talking about?
Oh, well, right now we have a waiting list of 14 companies that want to come in, and we just don't have the space. So this is going to be about 15,000 square feet of the new building, which is 37,000 square feet, is going to be for lab space. So we'll have, obviously research going on, but we're also going to have some offices, and we're having what's called an accelerator, Hatch Bio Accelerator. We're raising a fund to help with the companies here in our incubator investment and to further their research. And we're going to be doing what's called pre-incubation, an accelerator where companies will come in and work in an open area. So there'll be a part of the building that will have 4 or 5 very, very early stage companies.
How do you help grow these entrepreneurial companies? What do you do exactly? I'd love the business community to understand.
Yeah, and that's a great question because, and thank you for doing this. I always enjoy speaking with you, and the chamber is just very supportive of everything we do here. But we have a really unique platform, I would call, and what I like to tell people is most people think we're a real estate company, and this is not about real estate. What we do here at the Biotech Center is we're a nonprofit. We have an ecosystem, and in our ecosystem, we focus on co-collaboration. So how we support the companies is when we have a company come in for a tour and an interview, we want to see how they best fit with the companies we currently have here. So I will ask at an occasion other companies here to give feedback. Could you work with this company? Because we believe the co-collaboration and our model, which is really based on a lot of services. So we nurture the companies, we help them. I always tell our team here, and we have a great facilities team here, if a company gets stuck, how do we help them get unstuck?
Oh, I like that.
So it could be introductions to investors, it could be things that maybe we can do. As you're aware with our background here, it's 3 nonprofits. The Hepatitis B Foundation is the parent, public policy, advocacy, and then we have a research institute, the Blumberg Institute, which is the largest of our 3 nonprofits, and then the Blumberg Institute, it's a little confusing, but manages the Biotech Center.
Got it.
So we're actually a very unique part of our Biotech Center is we are in the community. So we're working side by side along with our community members, which makes us different from a lot of university incubators and real estate incubators. So I think that's, we do whatever we can because we're mission-based as a nonprofit to help the companies with their scientific developments, but also another one of our missions is economic development. So when you have a mission-based organization, you make it on what's right for the mission. It doesn't come down to a for-profit decision of the bottom line.
Right.
So.
Right. Can you give me an example of some of the famous companies that started here and are big out there right now? Oh, I know there are a number.
So we've a conservative estimate, thousands of jobs have been created and birthed here at the Biotech Center. I mean, this is a jewel for Bucks County and Central Bucks. And a lot of people don't know about it. It's in their own backyard. We have right now 47 companies on site. We have over 90 members. And famous companies. We've had 5 IPOs in the last 12 years.
Which ones?
Well, Arbutus Biopharma started here. Mike Sophia, who cured hepatitis C, came back after that to try to cure hepatitis B. So he started here. It was just 4 individuals.
Wow.
They worked with the Blumberg Institute. Long story short, IPO, and they're a mature company now, over 100 employees, and they moved to Warminster because we just didn't have space for them. But we've had companies, Antigen just went public. I don't want to, if I don't name all 47 companies, I'll feel like I'm going to be. But yeah, we've had, I will say the senior companies here, Flowmetric, is a tremendous CRO, flow cytometry. We've got Fox Chase Chemical Diversity Center. These are the senior companies in our ecosystem where in most other incubators, they would be kicked out. Okay. We believe because we focus on an ecosystem, the senior companies, along with Blumberg, we help the younger companies. And then we have some companies I would call mid-range, like Everest and Atrin. that are right there on the cusp of being the next maybe 100 or 200 job creator. So there's just so many great activities here. Another company here, Vias, Sanjay Bacha is working with 5 or 6 other companies, and we really, I think for the business community to understand, most incubators in this life sciences field, the time of a successful exit is about 8 years, and a successful exit is either they get acquired, they're generating enough revenue on their own to be successful, or they go IPO. Here at the Pennsylvania Biotech Center, Bucks County Biotech Center, the average amount of time, the national average is 8 years, it's 3 years here.
Really?
So that's the co-collaboration ecosystem, and that's what I really want to emphasize to everyone, is this is a service and this is a platform, what we're doing.
How fascinating. I mean, it really is. And then I understand you have several anniversaries this year.
Yes, thanks.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it is a significant year, and all credit to Dr. Block, our founder and president of all 3 nonprofits, and of course his wife Joan Block was a tremendous, she's retired now, but she's still involved. They just created this great environment. It all started with hepatitis B. It's a 30th year anniversary this year. It's really been 30 years of just solid leadership and creating. This is the 3rd job I've had, and most of the people on the team from Hep B, Blumberg, and the Biotech Center have been here 15, 20 years. I'm the new kid on the block, and I've been here for 7. So yeah, they've created this real environment that is mission-based and focused. And plus, I want to give Dr. Block his credit. He's so entrepreneurial.
Yes, he
He's
is.
just not a brilliant scientist. He really gets the business side of it, and it's a very rare individual that gets kind of both sides of the equation.
Yeah. Don't you work with some universities?
Yes, so when we look at the platform, when we look at our model, ecosystem, co-collaboration, but the academic entrepreneur environment that Dr. Block created, he worked at Jefferson and at Drexel as an adjunct at Penn, is really, we will work with almost any academic institution because we believe we're a knowledge community. So we have programs from high school, Central Bucks School District has advanced chemistry here every day now.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it's 3 years. With the pandemic, we're at limited capacity right now. Students are still here every day at 1 o'clock. They take a class and then they go work on world-class research.
Can I audit one of those classes?
I would love to have you come by. No, and we have master's level classes. We, I will announce there's some great news right now. We just signed an agreement with St. Joseph's University.
Oh, that's wonderful.
They are going to be, and we're partnering with them on their master's of an MBA in pharma.
Oh, I like that.
So it's going to be a big marketing. There'll be a press release. You're hearing it first here at the Chamber.
That's exciting.
It was just signed yesterday. So,
wow.
And then we're working on another deal right now with a major university for a master's in biotechnology. So we continue those relationships. We have them with Penn, we have them with Geisinger, and we feel that those relationships and having students on site, it helps out the researchers.
Yeah.
They get to have experiential learning experience. It's a win-win. And pre-pandemic, we had well over 100 students here.
That is really something.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about this organization is your commitment to the surrounding community, your involvement with the chamber. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it really goes back to, once again, having great partnerships with the chamber and other members of the community. Fred Beans is a huge supporter, especially of the high school program.
Yeah.
But we, pre-pandemic, had over 400 people here. Once the new building's done and post-pandemic, we could have 500-600 people. And we, as a nonprofit,
What do you mean have them here?
well, people would be working here on site.
Oh, okay.
And that has a huge impact on the community. Most people don't realize, 500-600 people, the amount of restaurants, the amount of, economic activity that goes on because of this program here. The other thing too is, we do blood drives. Once again, this is pre-pandemic. We'll go back to it. Every quarter with Red Cross, we partner with them. We do a food drive every Christmas. And this past year, during the pandemic, was a record year. And Debbie Blau, who organizes it with Tina Gill, they do it every single year. So having that nonprofit at the heart of the Biotech Center, really, we want to work with the community in many different ways to be as impactful as we can.
And I understand in your new building, you're going to have a huge auditorium. But I would love to hold some events there.
Yeah, and we do, and that's the other thing. We have had, from the Red Cross to food drives, but we've had government workforce development board meetings here. It's open, it's free. We want to work with other nonprofits and community leaders to access this. So the new building's going to have about a 225-seat nice event room. We're sitting in our big event room here, which is only about 100 people. But yeah, it's going to be, the new building will be done September. We're looking sometime around September 17th, and we'll be having, of course, a big
September
kickoff.
17th, that's the date of the Chamber's Red Ball Gala
There
at
you
the
go,
Michener.
synergy, so-
And we'll bring our big blue scissors to your ribbon cutting. How
Oh,
does that
that's
sound?
phenomenal, yeah.
Luke, thank you so much. Is there one last thing you'd like to say to the business community before we close up?
We're here. Most people may or may not know about us, but I think over the next couple of years, we have a strategic plan where we're going to continue to be impactful in science. We're going to continue to be impactful in economic development. And for anybody in the community who wants to learn more about what we do here, just please reach out to me. We'll give you a tour. We'll work with you.
I love the dream of a corridor, a biotechnology life sciences corridor in Bucks County.
It's all here.
Wouldn't that be great?
It's all here. And just, briefly, the state and local government, the county, they're very supportive. Instead of having 500 or 600 jobs here, we could have 5,000 jobs. We just have to have a really good plan. And, we birthed the companies here. Why not have them stay here in Bucks County?
And the
permanently?
chamber's here to support them.
Exactly. So there you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being with us today. And I want to thank Tom Brunt, our videographer that makes Chamber Chats on the Street happen. Have a good day.